Now, the next topic is fertilization and pregnancy. As explained earlier, the process of fertilization also takes place in fallopian tube, one part of the female reproductive system. Now, sperms they are produced by the testis, part of male reproductive system. Now, these sperms are to be transferred inside the female body so that the process of fertilization takes place. So, the sperm discharged into the vagina during sexual intercourse and through here they are discharged, through here they enter cervix, then they move to the uterus, and from uterus they jump to the fallopian tube. On their way, most of the sperms they die, only some sperms. Now, in one ejaculation, millions of sperms are discharged inside female vagina. Out of that, some die on their way towards the fallopian tube. The sperm which reaches the fallopian tube, they surround the ovum, and the first sperm which comes in contact with the ovum, it first dissolve the wall of the ovum and then enter inside the ovum. The head of the sperm, it enter inside the ovum. Before this, the structure of the sperm. But in human reproduction, the male gamete is motile. This is the structure of sperm, very important. It consists of three parts. This is the head of the sperm which carry male nuclei, then one narrow neck or the middle part which contain mitochondria, provide energy to sperm for its movement, and the last part is tail which help in the propulsion of the sperm towards the ovum. So when these sperms reaches the fallopian tube where egg is present, the first sperm which comes in contact with the ovum discharge its male nuclei inside the ovum, and inside the ovum only male and female nuclei they get fused and zygote is formed, and this process is called as fertilization. Now, same zygote, after the formation of zygote, which is a single cell, it start dividing number of times to produce cluster of cells, and this cluster of cell is called as embryo. Embryo is formed here inside, zygote is formed here inside the fallopian tube, and with the formation of zygote it start moving towards the uterus. On the way, it divides number of time to form embryo. Once it reaches the uterus, there the embryo get fixed itself to one of the wall of the side of the uterus, and this process of fixing embryo to the side of the uterus is called as implantation. Here this embryo grows into fetus and fetus into baby. Now, the requirement of the fetus or unborn baby is fulfilled by the mother's blood only. But this blood do not enter fetus directly. Only the things required by this developing embryo, they are transferred to the embryo through one connection which is there between fetus and mother's uterus, that is called as placenta. This placenta has one cord-like structure called as umbilical cord, through which the fetus or unborn baby is attached to the uterus. This entire structure is called as placenta. This is the inner lining of the uterus, and this is the villi which are formed from the fetus side. Now, this entire connection is placenta, where exchange of substances between mother and baby take place. The exchange occurred through one cord called as umbilical cord. Now, this fetus, it is also surrounded by one protective sac which is called as amniotic sac or amnion. The space between fetus and amniotic sac is filled with one fluid called as amniotic fluid. This fluid, it acts like a cushion. The baby grows inside the uterus for about 9 months. That is the period of 280 days. And this period is referred as pregnancy. At the end of the pregnancy means when fetus completes its 280 days, the wall of the uterus, they contract and let the baby out. The amnion or the amniotic sac burst with the contraction of uterus, and baby is pushed out through vagina by the contraction of the uterus only. Now, sometimes, now as at the starting of this topic, I explained that one ovum or egg is released either by the two ovaries present in females, but sometimes two ova are mature in the female reproductive system at the same time, and they both get fertilized, resulting in the formation of two zygote, and both the zygote develops into two embryo, two fetus and two babies. Such babies are called as non-identical or fraternal twins. They look different from each other. Twins which are formed after the formation of zygote by the splitting of zygote after fertilization, those twins are called as identical twins. Again, if one ovum get fertilized with one sperm, zygote is formed, but somehow that zygote splits into two parts, then both the parts of the zygote, they developed into two embryos. Here the two twin babies which are formed, they are called as identical twins. They are either both male or female, and they are resembling each other in their appearance also. That's why we call them as identical twins. Now after this, only one topic is left: menstrual cycle.